We got big UFC rumors today about the White House and potential championship fights and other major fights in the near future. Let's talk all about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is MMA 365, the greatest UFC news YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe, especially because Yuri Prohaska is in the convenience store looking for blue raspberry sour straws, but they're behind the counter because they're dangerous. And I am the cashier. I'm holding the blue raspberry sour straws hostage. In order for me to give Yuri Prohaska the blue raspberry sour straws that he so dearly covets, we need you to hit that subscribe button. Thank you. So the first item I want to talk about, this is a tweet from Manel Kape where he said, "I will not be fighting my son, Joshua Van." We love Joshua Van, but his team was pushing for the fight, but it's looking like Tatsuro Taira will be getting the title shot at least first. He defeated Brandon. He didn't defeat Brandon Royval. He defeated Brandon Moreno. I don't know what Manel Kape is on about. But yeah, that card that's been heavily rumored to be happening in April in the Miami card. There hasn't been an official UFC announcement, but there's been a lot of buzz about it on social media, and this is straight from Manel Kape, who presumably knows what's going on in the UFC. They've been talking about it, so it's looking like a lock that Joshua Van and Tatsuro Taira will be fighting in Miami in April. And although I did think Manel Kape was just a smidgen more deserving on paper, I do understand the UFC's rationale because it would be especially exciting having a championship fight between two guys who pretty sure both of them are under 25 years old, and it would be a very entertaining fight, and they're both young and exciting guys. And Manel Kape, he has a history of being unreliable, even though I thought his recent record of fights were more impressive than Tatsuro Taira's. Just the fact that Manel Kape has a history of missing weight, pulling out of fights. I mean, look at the middleweight division right now. It was in such a great spot, and then Khamzat Chimaev won the belt, and now it's kind of at a standstill. It's in gridlock, and that's no good. We don't want that. The flyweight division is in an excellent place right now. It's really entertaining, and I feel like we need to ride that momentum forward. And the best way of doing that is giving Tatsuro Taira the shot. Championship soon, inshallah. Good for you, Manel Kape. Um, this I want to talk about. There's a tweet today from a championship rounds. This is a rumor. Again, it's far from confirmed, but looking like for the UFC White House, it will be headlined by Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, and then sometime afterwards, we will get the welterweight title, Islam Makhachev versus Ian Garry, and yeah, I think the White House main event is a slam dunk. I mean, the only problem is that Justin Gaethje will probably get colded within the first round, just like Ilia did to Charles Oliveira. If the version of Justin Gaethje that showed up in January against Paddy Pimblett is what we get in June, then yeah, it's going to be a quick fight. And I don't know if the UFC wants an American to be completely knocked out cold by foreigner Ilia Topuria at the White House. I don't know if that's exactly their intentions with hosting a card at the White House, but that's really what I think will happen. And as for the welterweight division, I do think Ian Garry is definitely the most deserving contender. I could understand giving Michael Morales a shot, but he's young, and we don't really know still if he can defend a takedown. We don't really know how good Michael Morales is, period, because he's just such a freak of nature that his recent fights just haven't lasted very long. So I'm fine with Ian Garry getting a title shot, and I do think stylistically it's the best, most competitive fight to make. Machado Gary's strengths are takedown defense, distance management, and that's where I think he could pose a hard challenge for Islam because Ian Garry is fairly big for the welterweight division, at least in terms of frame. He's 6'3". So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this fight. The only complaint is why do we have to wait until after June? Like, This is talking like deep into the summer. I mean, these guys fought at the end of the year. Islam took 0 damage in November against Jack Della Maddalena. Ian Garry fought a week or two afterwards against Bilal Muhammad. Why can't we just get this fight sooner? I mean, we're hungry for main events right now. We want big fights announced. This is something, but I want confirmations, man. I want banger fights that I know with certainty I can look forward to in the near future and mark them on my calendar. And that just hasn't really come yet so far in 2026. So, while I do think this news is promising, it is a little bit of a letdown that we just have to wait so long to see our favorite, entertaining, the most dominant fighters in the sport. And last news item to talk about, Colby Covington said that he's in negotiations about the White House card. But I really like the fight with Paddy Pimblett. I don't want to fight an American guy on 250th birthday of America. They're not actually fighting on July 4th. They're fighting in June, but whatever. Colby Covington, I want $10,000 in my bank account. I want $1 trillion in my bank account. I want to go on a date with Sabrina Carpenter. You can't always get what you want, dude. This is just completely unreasonable demand. I mean, Paddy Pimblett, he's a lightweight. Colby Covington's a welterweight. I mean, well, how would that work? What weight would they fight at? Would Paddy bulk? Would he be expected to bulk? I mean, he does have a history of dirty bulking in the offseason, so maybe that would work out. But Colby Covington, man, what are we doing? The dynasty starts after you, not with you. I do think it's very fitting for Colby Covington to fight in the White House. Sure, the dream of his, as soon as they announced it. And yeah, I do think Colby Covington should fight on the White House card. I mean, he is one of the most quintessential American fighters on the UFC roster. But Paddy Pimblett, seriously, this is delusional. I mean, I would be fine if Colby Covington fought a Yoel Alvarez type or a Yaroslav Amosov, some sort of rising welterweight contender. Let's just feed him to the wolves. He hasn't won a fight in 4 years. He hasn't fought, period, in more than 400 days. So, yeah, I mean, Colby Covington, he's shown zero reason to be fighting up the rankings. So, let's feed him to a contender. Let's give that number 14 ranking to someone new. So it looks like fairly soon we'll have announcements about Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira, Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria, and Colby Covington versus someone. Probably not Paddy Pimblett. I don't think they'll actually do that. I hope they don't do it. I just hope everyone has fun. That'll conclude this video for now. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe, because I'm holding blue raspberry sour straws hostage from Yuri Prohaska. I want to give them to him, but I need you to hit that subscribe button first. Thank you for watching.